Now the keyboard itself doesn't look too bad either. This is gonna be in stock, so that's the other big positive to this. The case for this looks kind of neat. Like it's a fun, like, I don't know how they got this design on the top over here. It's kind of cool. However, the texture of this hard shell case, it feels wet, but it's not. It's the weirdest feeling to touch this. I don't know if I like it, but it is, it's not coldish, no, it just feels like gummy. Maybe that's the better way to describe it. It feels kind of gummy. So I don't know how I feel about the texture of it, but it's just the hard shell case. It's the Darling, what they call it? The Darling Run, the DR-70F. Moist and gummy, yeah. The layout of this package though is one of the prettier ones I've seen for keyboards. So we have, here's what's inside. I guess this is the cable. I haven't unboxed this. We have the keyboard, which can be flipped back and forth, by the way, kind of like the Tenet. And then we have all the other accessories on the top over here. So it is a nice little case though. So we have a PCB, a hot swap PCB here, foam, aluminum plate, and a PC plate. Now the PC plate is two separate pieces. That's why it's smaller, and the aluminum plate is one big one. And we also have everyone's favorite, silica gel. So this keyboard here is starting at 140 and goes up to 160. And to be honest, up until the other day, I didn't realize the price of this was so low. And this is now really become an appealing unit. So fun fact, humans can't have hydroreceptors, so your fingers can get confused about moistness when something feels like a weird texture. Interesting. That's so interesting. I love like stupid facts like that. I live for those type of things. So price point starts at 140. I think it's 139.99. Let me quickly double check if it's 140 or 139. I know it's 1 penny, but 139, not even 99. And then the Bluetooth version's 160. Now the keyboard itself doesn't look too bad either. Like, it doesn't look terrible. Again, I kind of prejudged this from the photos, and I think I really need to see this in person. This is gonna be in stock, so that's the other big positive to this. And then here's the back of the board. It's not bad looking. Not really sure what this is, but not bad. We do have a ribbon cable. We have two internal weights over here, which, in all honesty, is not adding much to the overall weight of this board. And I would have preferred those being on the outside of the board, personally. Like, how cool would it have been if they put these two weights, like here and here? I think that would have looked way sharper, but they did not. So it's not bad though for 140. So let's take a look at what's inside this little box. They could be like acoustic weights for sure, but they look really thin and they're not really adding much to the weight. So it could just be some different material to help diffuse some stuff. Extra screws. I thought this might have been a cable it came with. We have our gaskets. But the price isn't bad for this, and I'm really hoping this sounds like good. And we have two extra ribbon cables. Or I don't know if these are extra or meant for something else. I'll put these to the side for now. And then we have a daughter board. I'm positive this is an extra one because they have one already inside there. And some extra parts. Silicone bump-ons and stuff. Yeah, this goes in stock tomorrow, I believe. Let's put the feet on this board. It's my #1 thing to do with any keyboard I get, just so I don't scratch it up as I'm building it. Can you do a rattle check? Oh yeah, the batteries in this, because I'm assuming I'm doing Bluetooth today, they do rattle. I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world. The batteries are probably underneath these, because you're probably not gonna type like this. However, they should have really just made some sort of slot that the batteries kind of fit into, maybe using some sort of silicone or something like that. Ultimately, it shouldn't be that hard to remedy, but I really wish they thought of that as they were building this. Yeah, those are the two battery plugs on the daughter board right there. So they're definitely underneath these weights. All right, let's put some feet on this guy. Excited to what caps we'll be end up using for this creamy board today. I don't know, I haven't really got that far in my decision-making process yet. So it looks like we do have to snap these things here off. Interesting. So you can even build this, I want to say you can build this plateless, can't you? Am I incorrect in saying that? I guess you could. Interesting. Did I read that somewhere? Hold on, let me see. Oh, I guess you can. Nice. But would I do that with hot swap? So this is the aluminum plate. So I guess we'd have to snap this all off if we want to go southpaw. All right, let's snap this all off. I think we'll go aluminum, yeah? Aluminum could be fun. They sell a separate southpaw plate. Wouldn't the plate just be universal? Oh no, it isn't universal. Oh no, yeah. No, it's not universal, that's right. If I want southpaw, I'll probably have to go this one. Polycarbonate. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. All right, well, if you guys want southpaw, we're going polycarbonate. If you guys want to hear what aluminum sounds like, unfortunately, well, not really unfortunately, but we'll have to use the standard layout for that. Why didn't they just go the route? Oh, because I guess that's sandwich, huh? Yeah, okay, never mind. They really couldn't because it's sandwich style for the aluminum plate. So that's why it's so much larger compared to the polycarbonate plate. So you can go two different mounting styles for this, but you'd need to buy a separate plate depending on which, I guess, layout you want. All right, I thought that would be a little bit different, but it's not. It's okay. I'm curious, would the gold plate be visible? Yes, the gold plate would show up on the sides, but it'd be no different from this. Well, if it even wants to focus. It'd be no different than what you see here for the seam. Standard box and wedge, by the way, guys. So, some positives about this board so far is we have a lot of options on the PCB, which we like. Also, it seems like we can go plateless. I'm using the cloud switches today, yeah. I'm not sure what these 3 holes are for here. Maybe something to do with Bluetooth. I wonder if that aligns with any of the Bluetooth stuff. Oh yeah, okay, that is for Bluetooth. Now, I'm gonna say this, I don't think that is the best implementation. I have seen keyboards where they allow you to put the Bluetooth antenna above, and it kind of sits on the plate, so you basically attach a cable. I think that design is a lot more elegant than sticking 3 holes in the bottom of the case. But I'm glad that the idea for having the Bluetooth actually work wasn't forgot about, so. But I don't think this is the most elegant solution in the world. It's so if you ever spilled a drink, ripped him in his coffee, it naturally drains out. Oh, it's a drain hole, makes sense. That would make a lot more sense. Oh, look at that. So they have little, they have little areas for the centerpiece where they have basically a gasket. Oh, that's kind of smart. And it just aligns in there. That is interesting. I've not seen that done on an accent piece. So yeah, it kind of acts like a force brake. Smart. And then we have the batteries underneath here. The batteries are shifting around a little bit. I wish that was done with a little bit more elegance, but ultimately it shouldn't affect the sound profile of this keyboard. And I guess the other thing I wanted to see was, oh, did I need to put on that? So here's the gaskets. Let's put this to the side. We don't need more switches. There's a lot of clever designs. Yeah, I mean, so far there's a lot to like about this, and there's, I would say, 1 or 2 things where I wish they'd change up a little bit of it. Now, okay, I'm gonna refer to the photo here because I don't know which way these gaskets go. These gaskets look a little different. I'm gonna play guessing games here, and I'm gonna put the thicker one towards the bottom. But the gaskets do not look like the ones in their photos. Time to figure this all out. And we're doing southpaw, right? So I'm doing it this way here. God, dude, I absolutely hate ribbon cables. I get why they're needed in like cases, just because I get it. You want to make the, you know, the whole thing a little bit more slimmed down. But for someone with shaky hands, they've always been a little bit of a nuisance. I'm not a ribbon cable enjoyer at all. It kind of takes away from the build experience a little bit. It's not the end of the world. It's only the end of the world when they make you like jump through hoops to install stuff. God, this is such an awkward build. So am I supposed to flip this over and then install it where? Because this would sit on this one, okay. Well, not a little, this is sort of awkward. A lot of fiddling around with things. There we go. Ribbon cables in the final product? I would assume so. I can't see them switching to another cable type. Alrighty. I'm not ribbon cable's biggest fan, but we got it in. Alright, let's screw this together and see what we can do. Like the magnetic cables would have been really cool to see being used in this. But not the end of the world. I think that's more of like a quality of life thing. But so far, so good with this board. Again, some small details that I think that aren't the best. Number one, Bluetooth holes in the back. Don't really love the way they did that. Number two, ribbon cables. But everything else has been pretty good so far. Ooh, I see my fingerprint on the E-coat from touching these screws. All right, well, the screws are a little dirty. We have verified their speed/drain holes. True, my bad. This is no foam, so we're gonna start off the build with no foam, guys. We're gonna do a no foam attempt first. Let's see, does it turn on? There is some LEDs, which you can barely see. Right there. I'm assuming we have to turn those up. The layout is fun. I do agree, the layout's fun. It has even bezels on all sides here. It does have a seam in the center, so if you guys are seam enjoyers, I don't mind a good seam. There is the tape residue still, or I guess a fingerprint. I have no idea what that is. Box on wedge, seam. Okay, no one said that. I said seam. Seam. Not seam. Okay, you know what, guys? Don't be weird. This reminds me of the tenant you did. A little bit, yeah. Don't be weird, guys. Sure you did? Okay, guys. Seam enjoyers. Not what you guys said. I'm a seam man. I can't believe you said that on a stream. You guys said it technically, not me. And I guess, do you guys want to use GMK or PBT today? Do you guys care? Because I actually have a set that might go really, really, really well with this. Let's do PBT. I'm thinking PBT, and then we can do a few keys with ABS. Is that okay with you guys? Is that okay? I like the way this looks a lot with these keycaps. This turned out really nice. This is a nice set. That looks really nice. I'm vibing with it. I know these are different heights, but whatever. These are WS Poker. You know what, I think maybe PBT caps are the right call for this. It does have a little bit of a thinness. I think it's just the keyboard itself, but it's not bad. That's actually not bad at all. We're using, sorry, I'm typing, I didn't even tell you guys what this is. Cloud switches, double shot PBT keycaps, so they're from Wuche, the WS Poker set. Polycarbonate plate, no foam at all. Again, my prediction was this was probably gonna sound thin, but I think I'm kind of eating my words right now. That doesn't sound bad at all. It does have a bit of a plasticky sound to it. Please like understand this is not like my of the norm sound signature that I normally do, but I wouldn't say this sounds thin. It does have, like someone described in chat, a little bit of a plasticky sound signature. Could also be from the PBT. But let's try swapping out a few keycaps for GMK and see what the ABS sounds like. But like if you gave this to me and said, do you think this sounds hollow? I would say no, this does not sound hollow. I don't think this sounds hollow at all. Comfy to type on. Front height's not too aggressive. I'm not sure the exact front height on this, but it doesn't seem like it's above 20. I hope I put the gaskets on right. I don't think it, I think I did, because everything's kind of even. Like you don't see big gaps over here. So the gaskets look like they're done right. Again, I'm not sure because the gaskets in the photos are totally different than the gaskets I got. The RGB is very weak. And then I haven't even checked to see how VIA compatible. I don't even know if it's open for VIA yet. But let me grab some GMK. Doesn't seem to have a lot of movement IMO. No, I mean it's not really like flexy or anything. This doesn't sound bad. And you can swap it, you know, quickly, easily, because it's just a few cables. Mind you, finicky cables. Not terrible. Not bad. I like this. 140 bucks to start if you don't need Bluetooth. I would not be upset at this purchase. I like the accent too on the back over here, like just a little weight. Not bad. Yeah, I'm definitely getting Tenet aesthetic from this minus the LED screen. Okay, even the GMK spacebar. Let me tune the spacebar a little bit, but that's not bad. Again, a little bit plasticky, but ultimately not terrible. And then let's see what this sounds like now. This is the ABS now. Yeah, still a slight bit plasticky. I can almost tell that these holes are the ones affecting the sounds over here. So it's not bad. We can even try a different switch here if we want to take out the HMX. Let's see, let's try something else. You know what might sound really good in this? A Curry switch, because these are pretty light. Like they're not as like in your face for sound signature. Let's try both of the PBT. Yeah, that like sounds totally different. I kind of like that actually with the Curry switch. It sounds very full. Still a little bit plasticky actually. All right, well, let's try. I don't have any more Nixies to try right now, guys. I'm actually completely out now. So there'll be no Nixie testing until I order a batch of them. Actually, the not Nixie, this is the Curry switch, sounds really good with the GMK. When you tap on it though, it doesn't sound very good. I don't mind the Curry switch on this. I think the Curry is a little bit better than the HMX. More up my alley. But it's all preference ultimately, guys. Yeah. All right, let's put this back together. I didn't mind it with PBT actually. I kind of preferred this with, wrong one. I kind of preferred this with PBT over GMK. I think that this is just way too bright and we need to foam it up. All right, interesting board. Again, I don't think this sound signature of this board is 100% for me. Can I put case foam? Yeah, we can do it with case foam. Do you guys want to see what the foam sounds like? So with no foam, I don't think this is 100% up my alley. I don't think this is like the board for me, but you know what? For 140 bucks, and if you like that sound signature, everything else about this board kind of works. All right, so they give you 2 layers of this bottom foam. I'm just gonna put in Should I do 1 or 2? Should I just put both in? Because they're really thin. They're pretty thin. I don't know if one's gonna do anything. This is how thin they are. So there's 2 of them here. Very, very thin. We already tried no foam, keyboard dad. All right, now, this foam's so silky feeling. Gosh darn. Oh, hold on, I put this in upside down. I guess the extra little holes here are for the holes here. No, I'm gonna leave it this way. Let us see what the DR-70F sounds like with foam on the bottom. Not bad. It doesn't sound foamy, I'll tell you that much. It still has a bit of a reverb to it, which is nice. Okay, I don't mind that. I think I still prefer no foam, but not bad at all. It does not sound like foam though. Let's see what the GMK spacebar sounds like. Ooh, I think I like the GMK spacebar a little bit more. Okay, GMK sounds really good with the foam actually. I'm curious, I'm just gonna put in 2 random keycaps here. I just want to see what the alphas sound like. Put A and S. It's actually a little bit deeper with the ABS. Yeah, it sounds a little bit fuller with the GMK ABS. Damn, that's actually not bad with ABS in it. But you know what? If you went PBT, I don't think you'd be disappointed. Truly, I don't think you would be. Not bad. All right, 140 bucks for this. Cool, cool. I'm overall happy with this, minus a few things. I feel like with a bit of refinement, this board could be perfect. And I don't mind the even bezels on all the different sides here. It kind of adds to it. Cool. These are HMX cloud switches. All right. Cool board. Very, very cool. On the other config, it didn't sound too great. With the small foam, it changes it all. Would you guys say this sounds foamy? Dude, I really do. I think they need to include 1 extra ribbon cable at the very least. That would be nice, just in case something happens. I feel like it kind of is easy to f those things up. How do the arrows sound? $140 plus $15 NK PBT set plus HMX if the budget was tight. Dude, this would be, if you got the $15 NK PBT stuff, which I think they're still on clearance, aren't they? Or some of the stuff's still on clearance. This would be ultimate value. And then you can just build it up how you want it. All right, I'm happy with this. Overall, I'm happy. So to sum things up in case you're just tuning in now. The visual of the board, pretty clear cut, simple. There is some RGB here, which is really, really, really shallow. You can't really see it. I don't mind the overall aesthetic of the board. Has this really cool kind of badge here on the back, which I kind of like. I don't know why I kind of like it a lot. Gives it a different vibe. Side profile of the board is just your basic box on wedge with a seam. I'm not even gonna say what I said, forget it. If you like this visual aesthetic, then this might be up your alley. It does look quite nice. You can flip this to be southpaw or regular standard layout. I do not like these Bluetooth holes in the bottom. I think this was a bit silly. This could have been done a little bit more elegantly. It does kind of make the sound, I feel like it makes the sound a little bit thinner, but not by much. It does sound decent without foam. It sounds better with the foam to everyone else in chat, it seems like. I think both were okay. I think the foam was preferred. But overall, not too bad. A little bit more of a awkward build experience with all those ribbon cables. Does this board stimulate me? A little bit. A little bit, I'd say. Actually, if you count this on the side profile, this is kind of cool over here too. But yeah, interesting board. I like the idea that they use the middle accent piece to also hide as the force brake. Cool. Very cool board for 140 bucks. Cool. And also, I like this keycap set a lot. They should make an ABS version of this. This would slap with ABS. The set is WS Poker. I think it's called WS Poker. Yeah, it's just WS PBT Poker. Pretty nice. Why do I always show up late to stream? Honestly, I don't blame you. What's sus? Who said that? Avo? Of course Avo would say that. Nothing Avo does is ever sus. Oh, Insty said that. Whatever. Insty same way. Maybe if they added brass pulls from the Neo 80. I don't know if the brass pulls would be that great in this. I think the main thing I'd like them to address is just a more elegant way to introduce the Bluetooth option. Because you know what, for customers who don't use Bluetooth, you're kind of stuck with these three like holes in the bottom here, and then they literally just become aerodynamic holes for when you slam your keyboard, or drain holes if you spill a drink. So without Bluetooth, it's kind of pointless having those things. Take care, everyone. Bye, everyone, and see ya. Talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye, everybody.